came out of Egypt and what you did to Sihon and Og. Dear God, we often doubt our ability to do important things for you. Who am I, we think? Thank you for the reminder that you lead ministries.
Let's hope all you guys are all with us this morning and welcome back. It says I got restricted for an hour again. I don't know what's wrong with the Facebook. Facebook will let you put people on there that will teach you about lizard people being real and they're uneducated. We had a lot of listeners. Hopefully you guys will come back and everything this morning. Hopefully we'll get everybody back on here shortly. All right, let's jump into it. Israel at war. Israel at war, ladies and gentlemen. Israel at war. Austria on Monday announced that on Monday it was going to suspend all further funding for the United Nations relief agencies for Pakistan refugees. The latest to do so in allegations that say that 12 of their employees were involved in the Hamas attacks on October 7th in Israel. The announcement comes after the UNRWA commissioner said Friday that he received information from Israel concerning about the possible involvement of several of its employees in the attack that killed 12,000 Israelites and everything that was, that started between Israel and Hamas back on October 7th and by Hamas-backed Iran. Wow. All right, guys, we got a lot in store for you. We'll jump into it right now. We're about 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. Still to come, we got sports in the next period. Shane B in the final period. And next hour, we'll have Richard Holdridge. You guys go ahead and share this with us. Please share this. Let everybody have it. Tag 186 people if you can. Because that's how we had tagged this morning. And so many people were coming on. But let's go ahead and do this one. I know people are wanting to hear this one. Welcome back for those of you just coming on. Everett, Anna Marie, Juno, we appreciate you guys for being with us this morning. So many others. A chain of Kentucky convenience stores are attracting unusual visitors and going viral. Do you know why? It's for an unusual feature in the bathroom. Well, it turns there's a button in the bathroom in some of these stores that you press, and it turns into a disco party. 6 hop shops in Northern Kentucky, boy, have a big red button that says, "Do not push this button." And if you push the button, guess what? Lights change up, color lights come on, a disco ball comes out, and music. So, disco dancing while you using the bathroom. Oh, maybe Vince McMahon will want to use that one. I don't know. The manager of the 6 hop shops, Mary Mass, said that a 60-year-old woman come out of the bathroom and said, "It was the best day of my life when I went in there and they had them disco balls." What she was talking about was she got regular that day. She wasn't really talking about the disco balls. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Lord. They're actually gonna open up a bathroom this month. 6 disco bathrooms have been opening up this month. One began. I'm tempted to drive to Kentucky and check it out. Oh my goodness, folks. Can you believe that? Oh Lord. Disco dancing. They play little Bee Gees. Wow. Staying alive, staying alive. You're sitting there going, "Oh God, this is, oh God, my stomach's hurting. Oh God, I ate too much Taco Bell." Press the button. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying. Thank you guys for all coming back on. I appreciate it. We had to restart the YouTube page. I appreciate you guys. Oh Lord, I didn't think you was going to get some of you back. And I got up to there's a lot of people on. I appreciate that. But yeah, a chain of stores in called Six Hop Shops in Northern Kentucky, guys. They got a little button inside their bathrooms that turn it into a disco dance party. The lights start flashing. What about somebody who's a little intoxicated walking in there? Oh man, a long day. Oh, stomach's hurting. Hits the button. What in the world? Oh my God, what's going on in here? I'm gonna stop drinking. That might be a way to get people to stop drinking. Oh Lord. Let's take a break, guys. Come back more on the way as the Rhino Radio Penitentiary cruise is on. What's up, everybody? All right, good. Going up. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Get in the feed and let me know where you're from and everything. I already got some of our listeners. Hopefully Everett is back as well. Now you have to drink in the disco. Yeah, but they'll be there walking in like this. Well, what's going on in here? Johnny went into the bathroom, man. He's partying in there. Hey, Gino. I hope I said your name right. Gino from Singapore.
Angels signed veteran outfielder Aaron Hicks to a one-year deal worth the league minimum of $740,000. That's sports. Brad Tomas, NBC News Radio.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here.
There you go.
Same great taste, the best chicken around.
Let's see here.
Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. is Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location.
Oh, wow. Lucky number 13 this morning there. I appreciate it. Real radio for real people.
www.insurewithellsworth.com 770-755-7053. We look forward to meeting you soon.
The Run for Angels at Chicken Coop February 3rd. 5K, 10K Fun Run. Fun Run 8 a.m. 5K, 10K 8:30 a.m. Chicken Coop Place 9:30 a.m. to noon. Drive through or drive in.
Andrew Milanes! Yay! What's the first little thing? A little monster? And are you saying I'm a little monster? Woo! Andrew Milanes! Woo! Got the shades on. Woo! I could never figure out how to do that. I'm not that cool. My lovely bride can definitely do that. I'm not that cool. I don't know how to do all that.
Join us each Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. with guests who are sharing their faith, business, and ministry. What is good? 99.1 WQEE The Key. We got the hottest new show.
All right, we're getting ready to come back. Wow, 18. Why'd you come on? It's fluctuating up and down. I appreciate that. Welcome back into Rhino Radio Penitentiary. That was like SpongeBob. Green SpongeBob, though. I could never figure out how to put all that stuff in there. Andrew Blondus knew how to. I'm too stupid at that, I guess. I try to figure out how to put this. I'm still trying to figure out how to put this YouTube thing on. I'm old school radio. I put public and it said it was private. Then I go back and put private and it says it's public. Don't understand. All right, welcome back into Rhino Radio Penitentiary. Wow, you guys went up all the way down. We appreciate you tuning in here. I still think that chain of convenience stores with discos, lights, and music while you're using the bathrooms, it's a very unique idea. Need to get one installed in my home. All right, guys, more life and crime of Vince McMahon. I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and I like to defecate on women. Well, at least one. Well, I had this news story up. I don't know what happened. It just keeps changing. Computer's attacking me. All right, okay, let's jump into it. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, you heard me right, guys. I'm not going to dive too much deeper into the lawsuit about the 78-year-old Mr. McMahon. Austin, it was me. It was me all along, Austin. I did it. I did it, Austin. I did it along with John Laurinaitis, Johnny Ace. Johnny Ace is John Laurinaitis, who is the stepfather to Nikki and Brie Garcia, who is best known as Nikki and Brie Bella in the WWE. The Bella twins released on their social media yesterday a response to the sex trafficking lawsuit against the WWE's Vince McMahon and their stepfather, John Laurinaitis, because supposedly him and him were using this girl. And the more I dived into it, I can't really get deeper into this on the air because it's so disgusting. I just hope that this man gets what he deserves. Okay. It's an embarrassment to the McMahon family. It's an embarrassment to Triple H, Stephanie. It's an embarrassment to Shane McMahon. It's an embarrassment to Linda McMahon. It's an embarrassment to the WWE. And there's certain people may be dropping out. We're going to talk more about it tomorrow, too, during our wrestling wrap-up. But this, we're going to keep up with it. The Bella twins, basically the Garcia twins now. And Brie, of course, is married to Bryan Danielson. Nikki is married to a dancer she met. Both have a brother, JD, I think is his name, and their mom is married to John Laurinaitis. McMahon, 78, was named in a lawsuit by former WWE employee Janelle Grant, who accuses him of sex trafficking, which is a lot of different things, but people are still trying to get that. She was his and basically used her for whatever he wanted to anybody. There's a lot of unsavory claims in this situation. She claims he trafficked her to other WWE employees of sex trafficking, one of whom was John Laurinaitis, a former wrestler, and Nikki and Brie's stepfather. Now the 40-year-old twins who debuted in WWE in 2007, remain with the company in 2023, are speaking out. Both just days after it happened, they're speaking out. Let's see. They put this on their Facebook page and YouTube page. Wow. It doesn't have anything. This is what they say. Here we go. We are shocked and disheartened with the recent allegations against members of the WWE, the twins began. It has been a lot to process this past week, just as you did. Of course, this is something we don't stand for or condone from anyone, no matter who they are. Goodbye, Johnny. You added a family because Nikki and Brie are going to kick you out. And then when JD gets you, woohoo! I don't know. Anyway, we want all women to feel safe and supported in the workplace and in their everyday lives. McMahon maintains his innocence, though, in a statement in the Daily Mail earlier this week, though he did resign from his position as executive chairperson. I stand by my prior statement that Ms. Grant's lawsuit is repelled with lies made up in lies that never occurred, and she just ordered disordered the truth. Oh, I'm sure she did, Vince. He couldn't even get it out. Granted previously agreed to a $3 million lawsuit in 2022, which included her signing a non-disclosure. Vince paid her $1 million and didn't pay her the rest. Well, this is the way Vince likes to do business. Get a little bit of money, gotcha. Forget paying these people off. There's also a global superstar she was supposed to see that obviously he didn't show up at Royal Rumble this past weekend, which was Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm not saying Brock had anything to do with this, but supposedly in a text message to Grant, there was a former UFC champion that he wanted her to meet with so that he can re-sign, and a former UFC champion he can re-sign. Everybody's thinking it's Brock Lesnar, but I don't know. Could be. Debater of everything. Sweep Vince under the rug like he did Chris Benoit and Jimmy Snuka. Yep, I agree. You're not going to hear me disagree on that. And you know what's really, really annoying about this is the supposedly, who was supposedly all involved in this situation. I'm not going to say Brock Lesnar was, because his name was never brought up. They just said a former UFC champion he was trying to sign or re-sign to the company, which we know that is Brock Lesnar. We know of Brock Lesnar. There may have been someone else. We don't know. He did supposedly share this Miss Grant with other people outside the company, people he was doing business with and everything. Now, Vince is maintaining his innocence, but he had to step down from his position. Keep going up, guys. Stay with us. He had to maintain his so-called innocence with, but he had to step down from his position because the company as a whole was like, hey, we're not going to have this, man. We're not going to deal with this. And everybody was thinking over the weekend, Slim Jim pulled out Saturday out of Royal Rumble Friday. And Saturday, when Royal Rumble was there, they did have a commercial during there. So the company was able to save that account and keep them on, because obviously people at Slim Jim knew Vince was leaving the company before the rest of us knew Vince was leaving the company on Saturday. And I agree with you. Sweep him under the rug, get rid of him. I mean, I have this, keep going up, stay with us, guys. I just can't understand how multi-millionaires and billionaires like these people do things like this and not smart enough to just get aside. I mean, Jim Cornette was like, I don't know why he couldn't just get a girlfriend. Jim Cornette even said in his who worked for him, he says, and he made jokes light about it. If Vince was that kind of guy, I would have stayed working for him. But now he says, but reality, he didn't. He says, the Vince I knew wouldn't like this type Vince. So obviously Vince has lost his mind. Like I told you yesterday, you can take the boy out of the trailer park, but you can't take the trailer park trash out of the boy. And yes, Vince grew up in a mobile home when his father was booking back in the day, the WWF. Yes, there was not a whole lot of money in the world of wrestling back then, and entertainers didn't make but just a little bit more than the regular folks out there back in the day. So not everybody was a multi-millionaire like they are today. And Vince, what if these are allegations? Well, they are allegations, but this is not the first person he's paid off. This is the woman. He didn't pay her all $3 million. If he'd have paid her all $3 million, we wouldn't be talking about this today. We really wouldn't. Vince would still be on the board, and he'd still be doing the things he did with other women. So her standing up's right. And I feel like the Bella twins coming out saying something kind of gives them a little ahead of like, yeah, this has got to be said and this has got to be done, because if I don't say this, and our stepfather is a part of this. All right. We're going to take a break. More on the way. We got more headline news for you after this. All right, people keep going up and down. Keep looking at the views. Views. Oh no! Don't go off. Does this end the WWE's? Nope, because they're owned by somebody else now. Endeavor, which is now the parent company of WWE, bought them out a year ago. Who also is the parent company of UFC. So the WWE is going to stay atop. They're just going to probably, like debater of everything said, they're probably going to sweep him under the carpet. And I agree, he needs to be put in there with those folks.
Massachusetts, signs of women picketers read, "We want to live, not just exist." And let the pipes freeze. They don't care if we
Keep going up. Everybody's going up. Y'all get the disco ball? Disco in the bathroom. Kentucky, of course. Disco balls and music in the bathroom.
Strikers across the country faced violent confrontations and beatings as police on horseback waded through the crowd. Philadelphia strikers retaliated by pouring marbles onto the streets. Workers at GE and Westinghouse would eventually settle for 18 cents an hour, less than what they had hoped for, but more than either company had been willing to give. Management would remain in shock for years.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Newton, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I'm defecating on somebody. Yeah, it's disgusting, guys, because Vince couldn't. Vince is He needs to go to jail and be put away forever.
Government systems in Fulton County, Georgia this weekend affected district attorney offices prosecuting former President Trump. Chris Caraccio has the story.
Local officials say all desktop phones, internet, and devices using county servers were down for all departments, including those of DA Fannie Willis. Fulton County Board of Commissioners Chairman Rob Pitts confirmed the outage was part of a cybersecurity incident, and there was not a time frame for when they would be restored. I'm Chris Caraccio.
Alex Murdaugh is not getting a new murder trial.
He is not going to get a new murder trial. Too bad. Too bad a convicted criminal is not going to get a chance to get out because he wants to get out. Can the Newton dance be done to the disco beat? Asking for a friend. Yes, it can. And we can do it in the bathrooms. Look at all these people coming off. This is great. I had a ton of people on earlier. And then they said I had to wait an hour. Thank you, Facebook, for sucking so bad. Facebook sucks. I'm sorry, it does. I got nothing on my for me not be able to tag. I hope this one's still on. No, it's not. Only three things are tagged. Got to keep going up, guys. Keep going back up. Keep going back up. I had 74 views in the first 20 minutes of my first video. 74 views in the first 15 minutes of my first video. And I'm saving that video. I'm going to make it go public. I hope I get that many in the first 20 minutes of this video that it came on or the second half of the first hour. Only get 12 throughout the day. I'm gonna be very, very angry at Facebook for messing everything up. YouTube hadn't done anything.
Interviews, music, trivia, and much more. Listen to Hollywood 360 and Radio Rarities whenever you like. Visit Hollywood360radio.com to subscribe. That's Hollywood360radio.com.
Where can you be a star athlete? In a math
Keep going up, folks. Get everybody on. Tag people if you can. And I don't mean just 2 or 3. Tag 186 like I did.
challenge your mind and inspire your soul.
Actually, I tagged 100. I had tagged 100. Yeah, I tagged 100 today.
Highly ranked institutions. Learn more at
And then the video went blank. I wonder if
Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at or follow us on Facebook.
Hey there, folks. Looking for a top expert in medical, health, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine Preston, your trusted agent for finding the perfect
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work.
Multiple companies ensure the best option just for you. Don't miss out on the chance to make the right choice for your financial future.
I didn't think that was gonna work anyway.
525-5931. Speak with Charmaine Preston, CP Financial, your top local sale agent.
The Run for Angels at Chicken Queue, February 3rd. 5K, 10K Fun Run. Fun Run 8 a.m. 5K, 10K, 8:30 a.m. Chicken Queue Place, 9:30 a.m. to noon. Drive through or drive in. Noon and First United Methodist Church, 33 Greenville Street. Presented by the Kiwanis Club of Noonan. Run for Angels and Chicken Queue, February 3rd. Be there.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of The Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is.
Come out the tag. Come out the tag.
The listeners are part of the show every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's The Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
The views and opinions of this show or program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of the 45's Affair Radio.
We're back.
Where I play all Rhino 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, New Detroit.
You got that right, fella. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody, come on back. Get back up. Get the feet all the way back up because you're in lockdown. There was over a lot of you, and I'm coming to get you. Old Red's coming to get you and put you back in the penalty box. We're going to lock you into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. The show that's got it going on. If you're watching something else or listening to something else, guess what? It's boring. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host with the most, the one, the only Ryan Neal, and 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout It Out Loud across that RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock, Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're also across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and we're on the YouTube page. Get you back up to where you were. Come on, guys, because we had 74 views in less than 10 minutes the first hour. I expect to be more than that before this show ends. Way more than that. Also, we're across the Jordan Communication and family radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including 99.1 FM, WQEE, the key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and a little bit more fun. That's right, we're the heartbeat of Atlanta. You better be on. And if you're on, where are you? And to my haters, I got this to say to you. I am the man around here, whether you like it or not. I tell it like it is. I tell you what, ladies and germs, you know what? I appreciate you being with us. You need to get the feedback up on YouTube all the way back up to where it was. I expect it. I tagged 100 people, and I expect a lot of them to come on. I do. I have a message for you. I'm not going to read that because I don't want to get attacked by somebody, but that's pretty funny. I have a message for you. I don't want them coming and get me. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh. I'm straight edge independent skeptic, so you're not going to get anything from me except for laughing at everything. Whatever jokes you guys are making, I'm going to be laughing at. Straight edge independent skeptic, straight edge, no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. My mind is ready to go. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I also, independent means I'm down the middle. I tell it like it is. I don't pick a side. I pick on both sides. Whichever weirdness is on both sides. And I have a message for you. You're not weird. So I'm telling you, I have a message for you. You are not weird. I have a message for you. Weird is those people that are the extreme left and extreme right. And then I pick on them all. And skeptic means everything. I'm skeptic about everything until I see something, except for the BIBLE. So there you go. I'm not going to read that because I can, that message that you guys funny. It might, they might run me into, might run me out of town. I'm just kidding. They wouldn't do that. Somebody might get mad. You let that guy make fun of somebody. Yeah, I don't care. I know people said worse. You guys are just, he's saying something funny. Well. So now that you got collected those feet pictures, are you going to get some money for that? I have a message for you. You're going to get some money for that. You got to get some money for that. I was messing with my spirit box and then they came through. Oh God, oh, somebody's already got me started laughing this morning. Guys, let's go ahead and get into some of the headline news. And what I want to do headline news wise is a chain of Kentucky convenience stores are attracting a unique number of visitors, right? There's a button in the bathroom that turns into a disco party. 6 hop shops in northern Kentucky, we told you about this last hour, and have a big red button that says, do not push this button. But if you're drunk, you're probably going to push it anyway. What's going on in here, man? They're playing Staying Alive, Staying Alive. Yes. The hop shop manager, Mary Moss, said that a 6-year-old woman came out of the bathroom and told her, it was the best day of my life. But what she didn't know was it was the first time this woman was regular. She wasn't really talking about a disco ball in the bathroom above the toilet. A dedicated Swiftie from Pakistan broke the Guinness World Record, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. You guys got to love this, right? For correctly identifying not 1, not 2, not 3, but 34 Taylor Swift songs in less than 1 minute. The 20-year-old man said he knew the lyrics. Well, he had to listen to the lyrics read aloud by another man without the music. He said his favorite album is an absolute masterpiece, Folklore. Right up there with, Folklore's right up there. That man is right up there with Led Zeppelin 4. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Metallica's right up there with all of them. Look, Swifties, don't come get me. I have a message. He said, they are replacing a lot of public bathrooms with a robot auto cleaning feature after every use. I like that, though. Have you been in some of these bathrooms, dude? Especially, I don't know if the dude or do that. Have you been in some of these bathrooms? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Pope Francis praises Sinner Italy for winning the Australian Open tennis title. Also spoke about the values of tennis and what the potential of its growth. Also, U.S. Hockey announced as of yesterday it's mandating neck guards for all players under the age of 18 as a way to have a protective equipment after a British professional hockey player died in October from a skate laceration to the neck. U.S. Hockey says they've approved the legislation on Sunday, which mandates that all players and on-ice officials under the age of 18 must wear the protective guards, neck guards. Guys, come on up. Stay with us. Also, the rule goes in effect October 1st. And guys, we're going to talk about this coming up in just a few moments with our friend Richard Holdridge. It's about 15 minutes past the hour. We're holding at about 34 degrees in the metro Atlanta areas, 29 in LaGrange, and 36 in Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, your time temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street and Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive deeper into some of the stuff that happened, ladies and gentlemen, in the world of football. We're going to talk the 49ers taking on the Chiefs. That's right. We're going to talk with Richard Holdridge coming up. He is a 49ers fan. We're going to see how excited he is for them going to the Super Bowl. I predicted the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. I kind of felt the Chiefs were going, especially since Taylor Swift has been hanging out on the field. At the field. It's 35 Celsius where I live today. Wow. Are you in Canada? If you are, we'll appreciate that. Or wherever you may be. In America, we had to go with the other way because we're not that bright. Of course we're not. Just like you said earlier about what came through your spirit. Never mind, I'm not going to get into that. It's going to make somebody mad. Don't make them mad, boy. Australia. Oh, heck yeah. All right. Well, we got another one on. Robert from Australia is listening on one of our feeds. So now I have a message for you is listening as well. All right. We're going to lead up to Coach Dan Campbell and everything and what he had to say and everything. Australia. Wow. 35 Celsius there. Wow. Oh, man. All right, let's see what we got going on. Oh, well, last night, I just want to go ahead and get this out of the way. We'll have a complete rundown of our wrestling wrap-up either tomorrow or going into Friday. It determines how everything works out. We will talk more about the Vince McMahon scandal. The life and crimes of Vince McMahon continues to be our top story. But we're also going to talk about how WrestleMania is about 67 days away from today. And it's going to be held in, where's it going to be held this year? Oh, Philadelphia, that's right. And of course, CM Punk came out at the beginning of the show last night, injured arm, injured himself in the Royal Rumble. Man, Punk is injuring himself easily nowadays. Every time he has a match, he gets injured. And I love CM Punk, one of my favorite wrestlers. I wish he could be at a WrestleMania, but he's not going to be able to. And then they had Drew supposedly beat him up and all that kind of stuff. He was a king in the 90s. Yeah, before he went public, he used to do all that stuff and get away with it. Now it's like, you can get sued for this, Vince. I don't care. I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and I want to defecate on you. It's me, Austin. It's me. I'm doing your wife. Bottom line is Stone Cold's gonna give you a Stone Cold Stunner, you son of a... Never mind. Anyway, Punk is out. Hopefully they'll let him show up at least or something. Seth Rollins wants Cody Rhodes to pick him instead of Roman Reigns. He calls Roman Reigns the Hollywood Hogan. Don't show up, only defends the title every so often, and that the World Heavyweight title is the working man title. He's at all events and stuff. So we'll see how that turns out. So just a big night. And the Judgment Day returned to being bad guys last night and beat down Ron the Truth Kill and said, you're not part of the group. But of course, Ron's going to come back next week. Truth's going to come back and go, I'm still part of the group, right? Hopefully him and the Awesome Truth get back together, him and Miz. Yeah. Mankind, best WWF. That's right. That was back in the day. I remember that. DX. We got 2 words for you. Sweet. Yeah, I was a DX fan, and I was an NWO fan back in the day. So, I guess that's why I kind of like CM Punk. He's kind of rebellious like that. The rest of them are kind of like, hey, I'm a nice, friendly guy nowadays. I'm going to drop a bad word. Back in the day, Vince didn't care about them dropping bad words. They blipped it out because Vince made money on it. Well, the Bella Twins, we told you last hour, responded to it saying that they're just as shocked as anybody else in the allegations. And if you read into these allegations, Vince he was sharing this Grant lady, with a lot of different people, including John Laurinaitis. They also said that he was trying to re-sign a former UFC champion, and the only person I know, which could be more, I don't know. He could have been having deals before, but it was Brock Lesnar, who was supposed to show up this past Saturday night in the Rumble, but Braun Breaker took his spot. But I was glad to see Rick Steiner's son come to the main roster, and hopefully he comes to the main roster and helps out The Miz and Ron Truth Killings and everything against the Judgment Day, because he's a pretty cool cat, tough cat, and a very laid-back cat. And he played in Georgia here at Georgia State football. So, and his father's still on the Board of Education at one of the high schools here, Rick Steiner, and his uncle Scott Steiner, Big Teddy, Big Papa Pump. So you could tell he's a little bit of both his dad and his uncle in a mixture there. So I was glad to see him on the main roster. I'm glad they pulled Brock Lesnar, because I'm glad to see Braun Breaker. And a lot of people are like, there just wasn't enough surprises. Well, yeah, that's right. Hey, who cares? You know, you had enough people. You just don't have enough women to do a 30-woman Royal Rumble. That's why they had to bring in all those different ladies. So anyway, next event is Elimination Chamber, and it's coming down to Australia. Melbourne, Australia, I believe, is where WWE Elimination Chamber is going to be coming up. It's going to be in February, I believe, or is it March? February or March. I have to get the right dates. February or March, because WrestleMania is April. I think they might skip 1 month of not doing a pay-per-view to lead right into, but I don't know, it may be February that it is, and then when they have Fastlane in March, and then we have WWE. Actually, Fastlane comes after. It's WWE WrestleMania Fastlane or afterwards or something like that. Wish it could be more like that nowadays. A lot of spice. Yeah, you wish it could be, but you know how it is. We have to got different things going on. It's a different day and time, but they only did that just to compete with the WCW, because WCW was destroying them, really and truly. If it hadn't been for Shawn Michaels and Triple H and people like that stepping outside the box, you probably would have never had the Attitude Era. All right, we're going to talk some football coming up after the break. Stay with us. We're going to go with our sports analyst, Richard Holdridge, joins us after the break. Let's take a break. Stay tuned. More on the way as RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Ready to get this show on the road.
Oh, I know you're ready and excited. We got to talk about the team that I picked to go to the Super Bowl. Did I not say the 49ers were going?
Yeah, you said the 49ers were going. They almost did. They almost blew that game. I mean, they should have lost.
They should have lost.
The Lions choked away that game. So that's back-to-back weeks that the team that's playing the 49ers choked the game away.
Well, I told you the 49ers were going. And Brock Purdy just said he thanks God for that win, so God let him win.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I'd say I'm ready to talk about this one. So this is going to be a good.
Hey.
Yeah.
Brian, do you know who John Fricky is?
Who?
John Fricky.
I don't think so.
All right.
Why?
Oh, no big deal. I'm just having him on the show next week. He did the morning show with Hugh Douglas on 92.9 The Game for years.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
And he's also he's like Facebook friends with the station.
Okay.
Pretty much. Well.
Okay.
I mean, your Facebook profile and the station's Facebook profile are pretty much interchangeable.
Yeah, mine is. I have to.
It's like
Yeah.
Your profile, the station's profile, it don't matter.
Yeah, it's all interchangeable. It determines
You
what.
thought thought about creating a Facebook page for WQEE rather than a Facebook profile. I mean, it's cool having a Facebook profile, but a Facebook page.
I had one that I changed over to my radio, to my show's page. It was WQEE, but I changed it over to my page. It's just that I liked having the friends because it's easier to be able to put stuff on at times compared to the page and having to keep up with that page.
You know how you go live on your phone?
Yeah.
On Facebook, but you can go into StreamYard and you can, now that WQEE is on YouTube, you could put it on multiple platforms. You probably already know this. Well,
actually, I don't. Actually,
probably the master that knows how to do everything.
No, actually, I don't. I didn't even know how. I had I started off. I had to redo my YouTube page today because I started off, and I guess a lot of people had to sign into it, and I tagged a lot of people, and then Facebook is getting very controlling about things, and
I keep getting messages from Meta saying that you violated our. It's always a threat. We're going to take down your page because I haven't done anything wrong.
They actually did me. They actually put me on 24-hour restrictions on my personal page, and I didn't do anything. And then they did it on the radio station page because I shared too much content, and I did that this morning.
They think I'm stealing the content.
Really? They told me They just told me I'm sharing too much content, and so I said, forget this. So I just put a little bit on there, and I went in today to use my Facebook. I always use the Facebook with the YouTube. And this YouTube, I'm just learning how to do all this stuff now. And when I first come on, I had 74 views in the first 10 or 15 minutes I was on. And yeah.
YouTube is really.
So I'm gonna have to learn how to get the StreamYard.
To get it out there, but a lot of people will use YouTube.
Well, I'm gonna use all of it. I'm gonna use all of it as soon as I can. Get on the StreamYard and all that. I'm gonna get on all of that. But I gotta learn how to do all that. I just don't have time. I'm running this whole show by myself, and then when I'm off, I've got to run the rest of the station. So
yeah.
If I just had to concentrate on my show, then it would be fine. But all right, we're getting ready to go on.
All right.
Oh, yes, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You can feel it in the air, all right. Here we go, here we go. Friday night is a great night for football, but so is Tuesday morning, Twisted Tuesday morning. As always, we welcome our guest on this Tuesday morning during the 30-minute past the hour time. He is the host of the Sports Beat weekdays from 2 to 3 on the network. He writes for the Chattahoochee Valley Living. He's part of the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, which presents his show weekdays from 2 to 3, as well as he has been the voice of all the professional teams in Columbus, from football, the baseball, the basketball, the soccer, and more. Please welcome a father, a husband, and a soldier, the one, the only, our friend, Richard Holdridge. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Ryan. I'm great. I'm so happy to be on your show. Let's do this. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. We got 2 weeks to talk up this incredible matchup and everything that comes with the Super Bowl, including all the festivities, and I'm excited.
I am ecstatic too, my friend. And man, we are a couple of weeks away from Brock Purdy leading the 49ers against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's the rematch of Super Bowl 54 4
Mhm.
years ago. It was the 49ers and the Chiefs, and the 49ers have something to prove. They had that Super Bowl 4 years ago. They were up 20-10 with the ball, and Kyle Shanahan got conservative, and Patrick Mahomes burned the 49ers with the big 3rd and 15 conversion to Tyreek Hill. And, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, let's get another shot.
Right.
We've got to get another shot at the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is the most vulnerable Chiefs team I have seen in, you know, the Chiefs dynasty. If there's any team that you can beat, I believe it's this Chiefs that don't have a number one receiver. And I think that the 49ers win this Super Bowl. I honestly feel confident, but it would not shock me if Patrick Mahomes does win another Super Bowl, which would be the greatest run in the first 6 years of an NFL career. But Ryan, let's talk about how here a lot of criticism
Mm-hmm.
of Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, offensive coordinator Todd Monken, and their play calling. A lot of people think the Ravens lost that game, and as for the Detroit Lions, 24-7 at the half, and they had a chance to make it 27-10 if they just kicked the field goal. I kind of feel the 49ers once again get lucky. They're in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to complain that they're in the Super Bowl, but the Lions should have won that game, and I am just feeling heartbroken for Detroit Lions fans because they were convinced after that first half that they were going to the Super Bowl. And I was starting to believe it.
Right.
I didn't think the 49ers could come back from 24-7. Because of the way the Lions kicked them in the teeth in that first half with the run game, with the slant patterns. The Lions were firing on all cylinders in that first half. And I don't know what happened. They stopped running the football. But the 49ers just came alive. Now, back-to-back weeks, Kyle Shanahan wins another game where they're trailing. And it's the largest comeback after trailing at halftime in NFC Championship history.
It is. I mean, to me, it was a good game. In the first half with the 49ers, they were not there. I thought when it comes back to the second half, to me, I was like, it kind of reminded me of like, did somebody call Nick Saban? I mean, it was like an Alabama coming back in the second half where they're losing to a team that's as good as they are and coming back and winning. But watching these two games, and this is my thought process, these were the best. These were the top four, the best of the best in the NFL, AFC and NFC this season, Richard, because these games were so close. It wasn't like a blowout on either game.
I absolutely agree with you 100%, Ryan. And I do believe in the past 6 years, these have been the two best teams that are coming out of their conferences respectively. And so it's fitting that we get another rematch of the Chiefs and 49ers. It kind of reminds me of Alabama and Clemson in the national championships. This is really what it's meant to be. I know that the entire country didn't want this. They didn't want to see Chiefs 49ers again, mainly because the Chiefs, you know, they've been there. It's nice seeing fresh blood in there.
Right.
I think it would have been a better Super Bowl to have the Ravens and the 49ers. And it would be a great feel-good story if it was the Ravens and the Lions.
Yes.
But this is the two teams that we got. I'm ready for Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. And let's go. Let's put on the bootstraps and let's try to get this ring. The San Francisco 49ers have been to 8 Super Bowls. That's tied with the Dallas Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, and the Pittsburgh Steelers for the most Super Bowl appearances in the Super Bowl era. The 49ers are sitting at 5 Super Bowls. They have not won one since 1994. In the last 11 years, I've witnessed my team, the San Francisco 49ers, in 2 Super Bowls, which I felt they should have won. That Super Bowl against the Baltimore Ravens, where they came back from the blackout down 28-6, that was pass interference in the end zone by Michael Crabtree. I think that the 49ers should have won that Super Bowl. And then in 2020, they were down. I mean, they were up 20-10 with the ball. And even when Kansas City took the lead 24-20, if Jimmy Garoppolo just hit Emmanuel Sanders right in the breadbasket the 49ers would be hoisting their sixth Lombardi Trophy.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be something in a couple of weeks. It's Las Vegas is the setting. You've got the Chiefs going over to Vegas. You've got the 49ers coming from California to Vegas. It's going to be an exciting time. We already know that Usher's playing halftime. Reba McEntire is going to be singing, as well as I think the national anthem. Post Malone's going to be there. And now somebody's going to upstage all of them, I believe, is going to be Jason Kelce. No, I'm just kidding. Taylor Swift. How many Swifties do you think are going to be watching this one?
Oh, all your non-football fans are this will be the most watched Super Bowl of all time.
Yep.
I'm gonna come out and say that right now because the Taylor Swift factor. You have non-football fans that are watching this game. That's how much of an impact she has made. But she's got a concert in Japan like a couple of days early. I don't know how she's gonna be able to get on a flight and fly all the way to the Super Bowl. I guess she can, because it's in Vegas and it's not gonna be as bad. But
she's got money.
You got that audience that are not football fans. I mean, non-football fans watch the Super Bowl anyway, mainly for the commercials.
Yes.
But I love watching the Super Bowl. I watched last year Eagles and Chiefs. I had no vesting interest in either team.
Right.
I watched because of the commercials. Anytime it's my team in the Super Bowl, I really don't remember the commercials or the halftime show. I remember mainly just analyzing the game, breaking it down. And 4 years ago, when it was the Chiefs and 49ers, well, this is the reason why I started a podcast.
Right.
It was the driving force. I was a guest on somebody else's podcast that was talking about the Super Bowl. It was a college buddy of mine. He knew I was a lifelong 49ers fan. He brought me on his show, and I talked 49ers history. And the rest is history.
The rest
He helped me start my podcast 4 years ago. And then 2 years ago, you discovered me.
Yes.
And I've been on this radio station at WQEE ever since. And tomorrow will be my 2-year anniversary.
Wow.
WQEE.
Well, happy 2-year anniversary on Wednesday. That's going to be exciting. You're going to have a big birthday, a big anniversary bash tomorrow. I know it's going to be a big show. So.
Well, just as long as Charles Minor doesn't shut it down like he did the Michael Scott 15-year anniversary party.
He probably will. He probably will. There you go. You know how it is.
Do you have a Charles Minor type? They know that a reference.
Yes, people know that to The Office. Yeah, I don't think we do, but hey, you never know. We might have one of those as a listener. Our Facebook might be that. You never know. I want to ask you about Dan Campbell. He basically, during his press conference, his media scrum, talked about that the call he called at the end of that game, he would have still called anyway, that he didn't think he made a mistake and everything. What are your thoughts on Dan Campbell, his thoughts on that play? Do you think that he should have played that play, or do you think that he would have still done the same thing no matter what?
You got to be true to yourself. That's how the Lions got there, by being aggressive.
Right.
You can't change now. And I think that Dan Campbell is a brilliant head coach. He's a leader of men. His team is going to run through a wall for him. And I think the Lions, losing Ben Johnson, he's going to be the head coach for the Washington Commanders. He was a brilliant play caller. Everything worked in that first half. And you want to try to put away the 49ers. They were up 21-7. They got the ball back. They marched all the way down, and they were right at the goal line. It was a fourth down. If there was any time to go for it on fourth down, it was right there. Go up 28-7 and put them out of your misery. Put them out of their misery. That's what they got to do. He kicked the field goal there and go up 24-7.
Right.
I mean, that should have been when you should have went for it.
Right.
I understand in hindsight, you're up 24-10, you take the point to make it a 3-score game. 2024. You're driving the length of the field. You kick the field goal there to tie the game. I know that he wanted to try to win the game, but you gotta get the points there. So each situation was different, and he did go for it
Right.
twice out of the 3 times.
Right.
But the time that he kicked the field goal was the time I thought that they should have went for it.
But there you go. Well, you know, they got to where they got to this year. There's always next year, as everybody says. Every team's ready for next year. And, you know, we got to get through this. We got the Super Bowl coming up in a couple of weeks, all the festivities in Las Vegas. Our friend Rod Peterson, who does the Rod Peterson Show weekdays from 12 to 2 on the network, will be on Radio Row representing Game Plus Television and WQEE out there. Also, yeah, so he's going to be out there for that, doing interviews next week. And we'll be talking more about this week. And look, football's not over for us because you and I are going to talk UFL football as the USFL and XFL have combined to form one league this year. And we're going to be talking about our Birmingham Stallions and hopefully a couple other teams and see how it's going to go. We're going to talk about kickoff in March. That's coming up. And we are, how many more days to pitchers and catchers turn up?
Well, let's see. We're looking at 16 days.
What?
Till pitchers and catchers report.
Ooh, baseball. Baseball's around the corner, my friend. We've got pitchers and catchers in 16 days. And hopefully the Braves can go all the way this year instead of choking like they always do. But before we get into baseball, I want to talk about one more with the football. Atlanta Falcons new head coach, Coach Morris. He's going to have kind of a similar staff, bringing in people he knows. What do you think our shots this year for the Falcons are going into the 2024-2025 season, next season when we begin fall football?
I don't mind the hire because Raheem Morris is a good player development coach. But I really think that the Falcons should have gave him the job when he took over as the interim coach in 2020. Look, going from Arthur Smith to Raheem Morris, Arthur Smith the last 3 years, 7-10. I mean, he's not a head coach; he's a coordinator.
Exactly.
That's one of the reasons why the Steelers are interviewing him for their offensive coordinator position.
Right.
They still need a quarterback.
That's it.
Priority number 1.
That's it.
2024 NFL draft. I've seen so many mock drafts. I can't believe that they would even have like Dallas Turner with the number 8 pick. No, you take a quarterback.
Yep.
You got Jalen Daniels. You got Bo Nix.
Yep.
You got J.J. McCarthy.
Yep.
You got Michael Penix Jr.
Yep.
All these quarterbacks will be available on the board. I don't understand why they can't take a quarterback with the 8th pick. And if they can't find a quarterback, you should trade up to try to get a quarterback. I don't think Caleb Williams will be available. I don't think Drake May will be available. Those might be the number 1 and number 2 overall pick.
Right.
But you could maybe move up to 3 and get Jaden Daniels. But I really think the Bears, Commanders, and Patriots, they are all taking quarterbacks.
Right.
But you still have quarterbacks that are first-round quarterbacks. This is going to be the deepest and the most talented pool of quarterbacks since the 2004 draft with Eli Manning, Philip Rivers, and Ben Roethlisberger.
Wow.
I almost think that this quarterback class rivals 1983.
Whoa, that's saying a lot right there. That's saying a lot.
That's part of my hot sports take on a Tuesday, Ryan.
There you go. We need a hot There you go. We need a hot sports take on Tuesday because it's cold out there right now. So that's warming us up. Well, I'm excited to hear that. So I agree with you. We definitely need a quarterback in that position, a top player. If we got some of the best in the land, in the country coming up in this class, we need to pick somebody so that so the Falcons can look pretty good next season instead of dropping the ball and fumbling and everything that we've done. And so we got to try to get into next season somehow and everything. So we just never know how it's going to work out. Let's talk a little baseball before we do anything else. I know you're going to be doing baseball in high school, so I'm going to get into that, plus your high school game of the week in just a few moments. But I want to talk about heading into baseball season, MLB. 16 days we spoke about earlier till pitchers and catchers show up. Then it's going to be not long after that before the team starts practicing, and we've got spring training. How do you think what do you think the Braves need to do this year to not drop the ball to go into the World Series? And how about your San Francisco Giants? What are you thinking this year?
Well, first of all, the Braves just need to continue doing what they do, is winning the NL East and hosting the playoffs in the wild card. I mean, that's what they got to do. And they got to win all their games at home.
Right.
The last 2 years, they have split with the Phillies 1-1 going to Philadelphia.
Exactly.
And they cannot win in Philadelphia. They can't. The Phillies have won both series in the last 2 years in 5 games because they can't win up in Philly in the playoffs. I mean, you let a pitcher like Ranger Suarez beat you, where they still had to face Wheeler and Nola. But here's the thing: Max Fried, Spencer Strider, they're still going to get great. They're great. Chris Sale, you got Charlie Morton, you got AJ Smith-Shawver. He could be your 5th starter. I do think that the bullpen could use a little bit of a change. I did like how they were able to perform, in the long-term stretch. But their offense, I mean, MVP Ronald Acuna Jr., he's going to have another great season. Matt Olson.
Right.
I mean, we're talking a record-breaking offense with an incredible lineup. And, Austin Riley started to get going, Ozzie Albies, Orlando Arcia, who's he traded the place with Dansby Swanson, and the Braves didn't get the beat. The good thing about this year, last year going into this year, they didn't lose any big-time players. They
That's exactly
most of their lineup intact, and they still have Sean Murphy as the catcher. They still have, Matt Olson, and you have Marcelo Zuna. You got some good players.
Exactly.
Michael Harris. I mean, they're keeping all those players. I think the Braves are still going to be the team to beat in the National League, despite what the Dodgers did getting Shohei Ohtani. Now, as for the San Francisco Giants,
Right.
I really don't know what they're doing.
Oh, wow.
No, but the thing is, they're bringing back Dusty Baker.
Right.
Being as a consultant.
Right.
That kind of gives them a little boost. But the Giants, Logan Webb is going to be your starter. He had a down year last year. A lot of the players from that core that went to the World Series and won 3 World Series titles 10 years ago, they're not there anymore. And I just think that the Giants need to get better as far as player development and personnel. And it's hard, keeping up with a team that, I don't get to see a whole lot. Like they play games 7:30 at night on the West Coast. Eastern time, that's 10:30 at night.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But,
late.
I still love the Giants. I still follow them. I still try to go to a Giants-Braves game at Truist Park any chance I get.
Right.
I've been to many of them, including the postseason. I actually, right now, this is the Braves time. What a great time to be a Braves fan. They are relevant, and they are one of the top teams in the National League, and they should be the team to beat.
There you go. All right. Well, before we let you go and everything, what's going on the docket this week at Georgia, Alabama Sports Live?
All right. Well, Griff Barrett and I will be at Russell County for Russell County Central. It will feature one of the best girls basketball players in this area, Jabria Lindsay. She's averaging 28 points a game. She is not only good, she's only a sophomore, but she's already getting college offers.
Wow.
I honestly think she's going to play in the WNBA. She is just
Wow.
talent all around. One of the best players to come out of the Columbus area. And then we also have the boys matchup. Central went to the state championship last year. Russell County is much improved. They're trying to get to the playoffs, which I think they will. So that's going to be great. We're going to have our Georgia Alabama Sports Live show on Wednesday. We are going to feature Bobby Z from the Press Box with Bobby Z, and then Jonathan Shushke, a.k.a. Buckets, who is also a member of the Press Box with Bobby Z and also a personality as far as the radio goes in Columbus for years. And then on Friday, we'll have CDCC on Thursday, Friday. We have a doubleheader, Heritage at Pacelli and Hardaway and Shaw, and then on Saturday, Calvary Christian and Southland Academy. So it's a jam-packed lineup on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. On Sunday, we have our Baseball Media Day. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to include, high school baseball is around the corner. We are going to be live streaming high school baseball games this year.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, tune in today from 2 to 3 right here on the network for the Sports Beat with Richard Holdridge. What surprises you got in store for us, Richard?
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you asked. Because I have Ron Peterson on the show today.
Woo! So 3 hours of ride.
You're going to get 3 hours of Ron Peterson. Yes, that's correct.
Rob Peterson's on the show today. All right. And you guys are going to had a little talk about what? Some hockey and football?
Mainly the Super Bowl.
Oh, whoa. Well, his Cowboys didn't make it, by the way. So,
yeah.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. Tune in today from 2 to 3 for the Sports Beat with Richard Holdridge and his special guest, Rod Peterson. And Rod's got his show prior to that from 12 to 2 on the network. And the Braves Country guys take over from 3 to 5 with Braves Country Radio with Matt McGee. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Richard for being with us. We're going to be back in a few moments to close out this period, getting ready for Shane V on the way. So stay there. All right, brother. That was good as always.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Fun.
Love doing it. I got to pre-record a lot of stuff just in case, you ever need to go into the vault. And
okay.
Like if I end up having something comes up where I can't get to giving you a show, you got stuff to use.
Sounds good to me.
I don't anticipate it the next couple of weeks because I'm going to be having fresh shows leading up to the Super Bowl. But when it starts to slow down a little bit, I mean, my summer is completely empty because of the Chattanooga. Not existing anymore.
Yeah, I know.
We're not doing anything this summer. It's like, whoa. I might end up going on vacation.
Well, that's what you probably need to do. But
yeah, but I'll have a bunch of content that you can play, in the summertime.
You still can keep up with the Sun Belt, though. There's still other teams up here around the Atlanta area.
Yeah, that's true. I talked to somebody in the Sun Belt Baseball League. I was interested in helping out on the radio broadcast and stuff.
Yeah, that would be. You could definitely talk to them about some stuff for sure. Well, all right, brother. We'll talk.
I love calling baseball, and high school baseball is where it's at right now. We're gonna take over. Nobody is live streaming high school baseball. We will be the first.
There you go, baseball. That's what people want to see and hear. I tell you what, brother, it's gonna be a good one this spring. All right, man, I'm gonna let you go so you can get right back to it.
Cool.
Talk to you later. All right, bye. You're right, Anna Marie. Women have always been sacrificed on the altar. Yep. Money and power and fame and all its corruption. That's Vince McMahon.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of the 45 where I play all Rhino 45. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newton, Georgia.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. What's up, everybody? We appreciate you being with us here on this edition of your favorite radio show. Coming up still, we're going to go to our favorite portion. Once again, movie reviews. What's hot, what's not. Top 10 movies. The Beekeeper stung everybody and took the number one spot over the weekend. Sting and Mean Girls, and as they blew down to number 2. Ooh, we'll talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Joni Mitchell is going to be singing at the Grammys on February 4th in LA. I don't know, but she's coming back for a concert. And the airlines getting ready. Let's do a little more sports here, mixed in with entertainment. The airlines are honoring the celebrity couple Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce in leading up to the Super Bowl in a couple of weeks. American Airlines, United Airlines introducing the Swift and Travis Kelce inspired flight numbers to their destinations. They both organization added the flights, and from now you can kind of call and say, hey, from now until February 11th, I want to get the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce flight numbers so you can arrive on time and depart on time. That's right. You'll be in time for the Super Bowl, and you can depart right after the Super Bowl and head home. Yeah, think about it. Some of you are going to go out there. Rod's already making his way there next week. Will you guys be a part of it? Well, we'll see. You can get the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift treatment. People come up to you cussing you out, telling you, I don't believe what you believe. I'm not going to vote to leave. And that the only reason you're relevant, telling your husband, the only reason you're relevant is because of her. Yeah, get the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift treatment. The United Airlines and American Airlines are doing it for you. Stay tuned. More on the way. RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on after this.
I've been waiting 40 years for this. They called themselves Ghostbusters. According to these hacks, they saved the world.
The first trailer is out for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. The film's a sequel to 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife and follows characters new and old that join forces to save the world from a second ice age. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and Andy Pons all reprised their roles. The rest of the cast includes Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard, and Patton Oswalt. Film drops into theaters March 22nd. Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers fans wanting to head to Las Vegas for the Super Bowl may have to hope to hit the jackpot. The cheapest tickets available on the NFL Ticket Exchange. Ticketmaster for the game is listed at nearly $11,000 after fees for one seat in the upper level end zone section of Allegiant Stadium. A little bit of a better deal.
Yikes, you think you think in reaction to Delta Airlines having its own pet sports figure. Well, they're gonna have to. You're gonna get the same numbers or something like that. You get the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift special. Get the Travis Kelce Travis Kelce Taylor Swift special. Get treated like the king and queen of pop and football.
Each week, we invite you to go behind the tunes and step into the stories behind your favorite Christian artists that shape the landscape of today's music.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of The Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.
Delta has just hired Tom Brady as a motivational speaker. You guys can fly high and be the goats of the sky. Is that for real or are you joking? I have to look that up.
Confused with an American drone returning to the U.S. base. Correspondent John Gambrell.
They say this enemy drone may have been able to strike the base because they were expecting another American drone to come in and land at the same time. The air defenses got confused and didn't open fire, mistaking that enemy drone for the American.
Gambrell reports there had already been dozens of attacks against U.S. bases and troops.
This attack in Jordan marks the first time that we've seen any attack on U.S. personnel in Jordan. Analysts say that this potentially widens the risk for American troops in other countries in the Middle East. It also raises a concern about what the American response.
I know that, right?
U.S. President Joe Biden has said that they're right. He's not given any other information about what that could entail.
Well, I don't know. You get that special, you know, people are going to get it, but you know, other people are going to make fun of these people. Oh, you think you're Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
Should be lowered due to the lack of affordable housing. It reads, quote, as the Fed weighs its next steps in the new year, we urge you to consider the effects of your interest rate decision.
Good morning.
Where are they?
Uh-oh. You got your paper?
Yeah, a little bit of chaos, right? Dog sitting.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's fun. They're about as bad as kids, man.
He's a good boy.
Oh.
All morning excited, looking for something to get into.
Just like a kid, just like a little. Yep, there you go. Always got to get into something. Oh Lord, that's fun. Well, at least he can be quiet. But if he talks, he can talk too. I don't care. He might want to give his opinion on a movie or two.
There we go.
And I'm sure my listeners would love to hear that. Well, any movies you check out this week? I mean, it was really the same ones, except for The Beekeeper stung Mean Girls and took the number one. Yeah, they stung them. Yeah. And I hear that Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer is out. So.
Oh, the second one, yeah.
Yeah.
Watched that last night. Don't make no sense.
That's cause Ant-Man is in it. That's because they got Ant-Man in it. Oh, Paul Rudd. Phoebe's boyfriend from Friends. Oh.
I'm watching Bill Murray in this trailer, wondering if he's gonna actually act.
Well, has he ever? Never mind, I'm not going to say that. Oh, man.
Oh, that was a good part of the trailer. It's like a lot of Ghostbusters keep getting away with, running blue lights. They're not technically.
Well, maybe the movie will be better. Maybe the movie's better than the trailer. Maybe they put the crappy trailer. Yeah. Well, what if they guys go up on there on stage? I had a lot of people tag this morning. Great morning so far on the YouTube. Better than most people's. What if it's going to be somebody that's writing a story on them? What if they have like some kind of, in the end, at the very end, they have somebody that's like writing a story for one of the newspapers there in New York or whatever. And that's the person that's telling the story. I mean, that would be all right that would be all right if that's what they were doing, but just having somebody talk about it and is somebody or teaching the class, maybe some professor teaching the class or something. I mean, there's ways to do it if you're going to introduce it like that, but knowing Hollywood, they just kind of got it on there for us, and then when we watch it, like, this had nothing to do with the movie. All right, we're getting ready. Welcome into it. Yes, we're still going. You are in lockdown with yours truly. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the final period to play on this Twisted Tuesday. We're going to go inside the movie theaters. Are you ready to go inside the movie theater? I am. We're going to be talking movies. What's hot, what's not, and what's cold as we head into March and February because no good movies right now. What? It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host with the most, the one, the only, Ryan O'Neal. And of course, yes, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. Across that RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, the Navajo Nation, Real Radio and Internet Radio, the British Columbia Isles of Canada A. We're on the YouTube page of the WQEE 99.1 FM, and we're across our Facebook platforms as well. Across the Jordan Communication and Family Radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, included right here at 99.1 FM, WQEE, the key home of Southern sports and inspirational talk. We welcome you in this morning, and we're going to go inside the movie theaters. We got a couple of things we're going to talk about: what's hot, what's not, what's cold, and what's going on, and the beekeeper stinging, Maine girls. But first, to my haters, I got this to say to you. That's right, I am the man around here, whether they like it or not. Welcome into final period of play on this Twisted Tuesday. I'm yours truly, Ryan O'Neal. You're in lockdown with us this morning. Straight edge independent skeptic. And ladies and gentlemen, our guest, as always, every Tuesday is R. Cisco, R. Ebert. He gives 2 thumbs up to movies, shows, Hulu, Netflix, whatever, documentaries that are good. And he does the Stone Cold Steve Austin salute to those that are not so good. Please welcome our good friend, the one, the only, Shane B. What's up, Shane?
Morning.
Hey, I hear you're doing a little dog sitting this morning, my friend.
Taking care of the dog, the little pups. They won't help me finally calm down. Now it's just laying here in front of me.
So he's a little shy to be on the radio. See, this is what happens, Shane. Most people I know, and even animals I know, you know how you can calm them down? Open a live mic up on the radio or something. They just they get completely quiet. You can do that to anybody. So maybe I helped out this morning.
On camera. He loves looking at people.
Uh-oh, he loves looking. Well, hey there. Hey there. Oh, anyway, we appreciate him being with us this morning as well, Shane. We're going to get into the top 10 movies here in just a few moments. I'm going to ask you, did you get to see any of them?
No.
Okay, good.
More focused on these Oscar nominations.
Okay, let's talk. Okay, let's do it.
More fascinated with this Ghostbusters Frozen Empire new trailer.
I seen that.
Trailer number 2.
Yes. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Ghostbusters. It's supposed to be in theaters March 22nd. So I guess we're supposed to have other movies come out before then and everything. We'll do the Oscars in just a few, but let's kick it off with a little Frozen Empire Ghostbusters. So what's this new trailer look like?
Well,
Good morning, Cher. How you doing?
definitely a little different than the first trailer, but you know, they're showing more of our cast.
Right.
Definitely getting a lot more of the older Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters show,
Okay.
the OG crew.
Cool.
And I don't know, one thing I don't get about Ghostbusters, how do they keep getting away with riding around with these blue lights and a siren?
Yeah, really.
Not emergency services.
Exactly. It's illegal. We know this. You get arrested for that.
It's one thing I never understood is, okay, they're riding around getting, and they've been hailed as being frauds.
Again? Again?
And there's a guy narrating this trailer who, you know, it sounds like he's doing a movie review. On the trailer, through his narration, it's like, oh, I don't get that one. And also, we are getting back, wow, I won't remember his name, but they had a nickname for him. Let's see, when you look up Ghostbusters, it brings up the 2016 abomination. You have to look to find.
Oh,
Hold on,
wow. You got to look it up.
second, because this trailer introduced a character I did not think we would see again.
Uh-oh.
But he's the guy that tried to kick me right now.
This Ghostbuster. And we're going to try
William
to...
Adler,
Okay.
who played Walter Peck,
Okay.
one that was trying to shut them down, PA guy, and made them turn off the containment unit, which ended up releasing all the ghosts in part 1. He's back.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Let's release them again.
Nostalgia. And right alongside him, there is a lot of the ghost Slimer in this trailer. Now you're just getting a little too nostalgic.
Yeah.
Camille, I'm a John Atkins, so he's playing this thing. He's in this movie. We're definitely seeing new characters. We're seeing it give you a little bit of an idea of how all this starts from some guy doing research. He touches a relic. It kind of freezes him. And it shows more and more how the city's freezing over, and we got this demon with these horns that apparently is gonna be the villain.
Wow.
But we also get probably too many people in Ghostbusters uniforms.
Uh-oh.
You know, apparently the mom from Afterlife is a Ghostbuster now. We have Janine, the receptionist. She's in uniform now.
Wow, really?
Who isn't a Ghostbuster? That's Paul Rudd's in uniform. Who isn't a Ghostbuster in this movie? You know, we're bringing back all the kids.
Right.
And we got our original
Naturally.
But it's like everybody. This would seem like a perfect opportunity to dive more into the cartoon aspect, to where they had Echo 2, which is like a little helicopter that Egon built.
Right.
But I don't see anything like that in this trailer. Maybe it'll happen, but yeah, 2 separate vehicles instead of just riding around an Echo 1. And I believe it's Echo 1A.
So
Maybe that's interesting in my trailer or my movie review on Afterlife.
well, I looked at it. I just looked at it here while we were talking, and I saw Slimer at the end. Now, in the cartoons, we know Slimer was part of the team in the cartoon version that came on at 2:00 every day when we were kids. And in the movie, he was, he slimed Peter in one of the movies, the original movie. Now he ends up sliming this kid. Now is Slimer officially part of the team or living there? How have they ever explained Slimer is all I'm saying.
I don't know how this movie is going to try to explain him. It's really odd to bring him in, and I think it was something done out of fan cry.
I can understand, yeah.
Because they had, what did they call him? I think they called him Muncher in the Afterlife. It was a ghost that looked like Slimer, but he was like blue, and he ate metal and he could spit it out.
Oh.
So people called him, I know a lot of people called him fake Slimer.
Right.
And I think this is just done out of fan cry and necessity, and plus they're back in New York.
Right, yeah.
So now we're getting Slimer, but
makes sense.
I don't know.
Only thing that does.
Still kind of doesn't add up. I don't remember exactly what happened to Slimer from the original movies, but he was in the original movies, so if all this is in continuity,
Yeah.
then that means Slimer's the only ghost they let hang out.
He was the only one they let go and didn't catch, and I guess he was one that they just were not threatened by or whatever. He was just, But the cartoon.
I think the last time we saw Slimer, he was driving a cab in part 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yes.
Somebody,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's one of those things that, he's a character everybody loves. You had to have him do what he had to do. And I'm sure that him coming back for this one. So do you feel like Frozen Empire should have been more like, I would say, the third version of the original 2 rather than the Afterlife? And of course, we're not even going to bring up the other Ghostbuster spinoff that was in an alternate universe, I would say, with the women. But do you think this one, by looking at the trailer, do you think this one's more feasible to be connected to the first 2 movies than the Afterlife is?
I think this movie is just simply what it is, a cash grab.
Oh, I know that. So there you go.
Capitalizing on the franchise.
Right.
I would recognize Afterlife as more of a part 3.
Okay.
Frozen Empire, it just seems like they're just, how much more can we milk out of it? How much more? Because everybody got a uniform on.
Yeah, you got 8 people, right?
And, yeah, I'm not wild about that. And with the absence of Halloween, it's like let's just let this movie rest.
Yes.
Let this franchise rest.
Let it rest.
Maybe you could start something new with the kids.
Yeah.
I did end up enjoying stay here. I did end up enjoying Afterlife more than I thought I would.
Right.
Despite what Murder G said. But
Oh, I know.
it was not bad.
Right.
It was better than
And that's what that was. Yes, that's what that was, an SNL parody.
Not a abomination. But I got a feeling that this Frozen Empire will
It'll do well.
probably also be better than the SNL parody.
Oh, it will. Oh, it will. We know it will.
This could be worse than that movie.
Well, you know, showing this one and seeing what they have in there with Slimer and then the mini, teeny tiny stuff, Marshmallow Men, and you know, and a little small. I've watched. Yeah. So.
Don't know why.
I don't know why either. I don't understand. I don't know if they go and catch these ghosts before everybody's frozen or after everybody's frozen, because from the way it looked to me, if the whole city is frozen except for the Ghostbusters, they're having to save the city. So, I mean, I think that the trailer's out of order in my opinion. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't seem like it's in order. But we'll see March 22nd when it comes out, and we know it's going to take the #1 spot then.
Yeah, the little Marshmallow Men, they're always there because they're just the cutest little merchandising opportunity.
Exactly.
There's no reason they're there.
Exactly.
There's no reason for them to be there. They were a destructive force in Afterlife. they sabotaged them trying to fight Rosa again.
Wow.
It's like, why are these things back? They should have been taken care of in Afterlife.
They're just back because they're, like you said, they're cute. It was the most famous theme from even the original Ghostbusters. Oh, man. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about the Oscars and stuff. I know you got some information on that. And ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. More on the way as the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. It's movie reviews on Twisted Tuesday with Shane B and his special guest there at the house. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
This guy stepped outside and he's standing at the door just looking at me. I can't let him out right now because they're building a house next door.
Right.
Bark at these guys all day.
Yeah, no, you'll have to, if you let him out, you'll have to catch him. He'll go over there and start barking.
Oh, they'll run up to you and bark and just stop.
He's probably wondering what you're doing. He's probably wondering what you're doing. Hey, where are you going? You can't leave me. Oh.
Yeah, if you're doing anything, he wants to do it too.
There you go.
Chicken Q February 3rd. 5K, 10K fun run. Fun run 8 a.m. 5K, 10K, 8:30 a.m.
Oh, he's staying on.
9:30 a.m. to noon. Drive in. First United Methodist Church, 33.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. We're about 27 minutes past the hour, and I think we're on about 36, 37 degrees now. It's going up a little bit. Still a little cool where I'm at. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, yes. It is the time of temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Cher says she's waiting for season 4 of The Chosen to come out. Also, she's ready for that Civil War movie. All right, we're going to get back. I know that you and I are going to probably talk about that when it comes out. Oh, man.
Yeah, when I get a little closer to looking at that movie, I just make a big hype about it.
Yeah, well, you and I both know it's just a movie, but some people out there don't. And
I don't like that it takes art.
yes, right. Right. I can't wait for it to come out.
Speaking of
All right.
speaking of a new season of the show,
Uh-oh.
February 4th, we are getting what is allegedly going to be the final season of Caribbean Enthusiasm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, this one I'm hyped up for. Of course, starring Larry David, one of the creators of Seinfeld. This, I don't know, it really intrigues me. It's going to be released on HBO Max, 10 o'clock. And they're going to do the first episode February 4th. It's supposed to have a weekly release day.
Okay.
Now, this show started in 2000.
Yeah, I know.
It only has, this is going to be season 12.
Wow, that's a long
They've been
time.
like on and off.
Yeah. I like shows like that. I like shows that can go that long. It's the Dallas, it's the 90210 syndrome where shows can go that long. I love it. That just means they're
Yeah,
good.
They took a big break during 2011. Between 2011 and 2017, well, the show disappeared. It's like, oh, is that it?
Right.
Oh, no, we're back.
We're back, don't worry. We just took a vacation. You would, hey, a guy that created a show about nothing. I said a guy that created a show about nothing, of course, is going to just all of a sudden take a vacation and then come back and say, hey, look, we were only on vacation. Oh, yeah, I love that show
That's what I
too.
like about that show. Yeah, how Seinfeld was basically a show about nothing, just antics of people during their daily lives. So it was Curb Your Enthusiasm, but it was more about Larry David putting himself in awkward situations all the time.
Yes, it was.
It wouldn't be an unreasonable person.
Exactly.
Right. And trying to explain things from his point of view. It's just like, no, you're wrong.
These are definitely, it definitely is. Oh man. Well, good to hear that is. Before we get into the Oscar reviews, anything else that's going on or what's hot and what's not that we need to be checking out?
There's the Access Bowling movie that's going to be coming out soon.
Okay.
I don't even know what to think about this one.
Uh-oh.
And it's being directed by Mark Molly. It only has 4 previous credits. Stuff I've never heard of. Sadly enough, written by, one person, Will Bill, who wrote Aquaman and Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Okay. Wow.
He directed the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent that Nicolas Cage, you know? Yeah, that was a fun movie.
Okay.
And then Kevin Eaton, who produced and wrote a lot of David Letterman episodes. But we're going to have Judge Ryan Holt come back, and John Ashton.
Okay.
Who was senior detective in Part 3. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay.
Was making an appearance. And Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
But I don't think this movie
Money, money.
but I think they're trying to make up. I think they're trying to make up for part 3.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't like part 3.
Understandable.
I had no real problem with it. I mean, it was good. Yeah.
Okay.
I had its moments. I mean, hell, we got Balky from Perfect Strangers.
Oh man, no. Oh my goodness.
This is one of my favorites. Oh, on February 1st.
Okay.
So another new season of the show coming up is MLK/X Graduation.
Oh yeah.
This is supposed to be season 4 of this one.
Yeah.
They're getting more into their adulthood now. This show is just following, these 2 men
Right.
and their progression into social politics
Mm-hmm.
and how the impact they've made on,
Right.
well, life as we know it today.
Exactly.
And the director for this makes me nervous.
Uh-oh.
Shannon Godfrey Peoples. Female. I've never met a female named Shannon. But sure, why not?
Right.
Who directed Miss Juneteenth. Juneteenth is just, it's one of these holidays I don't recognize. I first just don't see it as a real holiday.
Right.
Because it was only acknowledged when Trump tried to sign a bill and he got persecuted for doing, how could you do it on the day that the slaves are free? And it's like, okay, big deal, coincidence.
Right.
But that's when everybody wanted to make a big deal about it. And say, we need to make it a national holiday now. Give all the credit to, I don't want to get political, but they give all the credit to Biden. It's like, well, why didn't Obama do it?
Yeah. There's a good question.
I just did that stance with it.
Right, right.
But this stars Jeffrey Stetson. Who,
Okay.
well, no, it was written by Jeffrey Stetson, who actually did an MLK special TV movie.
Okay. So it should be pretty good.
He's got some experience there with the topic and
Right.
playing Malcolm X's Aaron Pierre, who was in the movie Old by
Okay.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Right.
He was one of the families out on the beach. There was this famous black rapper
Right.
there. He called himself Mid-Sized. I don't even think the guy said anything in the movie, but sure, why not?
Yeah, whatever. Bring him on.
We had Kelvin Harrison Jr.
Okay.
He was B.B. King in the latest Elvis movie.
Oh yeah.
So I got hopes for him.
Yeah.
He did a pretty good job in that movie.
He did do a good job in that movie. Wow, he gets to play 2 legends from B.B. King to Martin Luther King. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That so he should do pretty good then, yeah. Wow.
And then we'll see what happens with them if they get anywhere near Oscars.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
Which we have coming up here.
Woo-hoo!
It's supposed to take place virtually.
Yay!
And honestly, well, Oppenheimer is leading the way with 13 nominations.
Makes sense.
Followed by Poor Things.
Okay.
With 11 nominations. Poor Things, I have not seen.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yeah, need
Got
to.
a couple of nods.
That's what I'm thinking.
get anything, and rightfully so.
Right.
The movie, it was trash.
It stank.
It's
Yeah.
Your director left before post-production.
Wow.
She wanted to go do something else. I was like, what should this be nominated for? Nothing.
True.
Well, Ant-Man didn't get anything, or any of the Marvel movies got a nomination for anything. You know,
Exactly.
because they're just repetitive banter.
Over and over.
There's a lot of crying over no nomination for Greta Gerwig, who directed Barbie.
Okay.
Like, okay, because that movie was horribly directed.
Yep.
But Ryan Gosling did get a nomination for Best Supporting Actor.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, not everybody's going to get everything. I
Yeah,
mean,
he did.
I mean,
But for Best Picture, we got there's a nomination for Margot Robbie. Okay, that's fine. Now, who really got snubbed was Leonardo DiCaprio
okay.
for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Wow. Yeah.
Did a great job in that.
I haven't seen that movie yet either. I heard about it. And I mean, it's also a long movie, but wow. Somebody's trying to call.
The Academy seems to snub DiCaprio all the time, I think.
Right.
I don't get that. Maybe they don't like his choice of women, but not fair.
I don't know what it is.
Look at that.
I don't know what it is. Honestly.
You know, some notable nods in our Best Picture category. You know, Barbie is actually up for Best Picture.
Okay.
That's really
Okay, there you go.
nomination for Best Record. Killers of the Flower Moon is up. Maestro, Oppenheimer, Four Things. A couple other movies never heard of. But, now, Best Actor, we're looking at Bradley Cooper, Maestro.
Okay.
Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer,
Yeah.
and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction.
Okay.
Now, American Fiction, I'm going to check Best Actress. Funny enough, Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. Like, all right. Carrie Mulligan for Maestro and Emma Stone for Four Things.
Okay.
I still have no idea what this Four Things is.
It's the number 6 movie this
And
week.
our Best Supporting. Yeah.
So.
And then speaking of DiCaprio with Killers of the Flower Moon, Best Supporting Actor, Robert De Niro gets a nomination.
Robert De Niro. Okay.
Damn that.
Alrighty. I see it.
It kind of makes me think about some things. Like, lefty there, Academy. I don't know. And Mark Ruffalo, the Four Things. He's a flat out lefty. Like, all right. How do you get these two people above Leonardo DiCaprio? And of course, Ryan Gosling for Barbie and Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer.
Okay. Robert Downey Jr.
Wow. Best Supporting Actress. They gave Emily Blunt a nomination for Best Supporting Actress.
Okay.
See, her role in that movie was weird.
Okay.
It was just really weird. But it's nice to see that Jodie Foster got a nomination. I love Jodie Foster.
Oh, yeah.
For Nayad.
Yep. That is
Then
awesome.
we got Daniel Brooks for The Color Purple.
Okay.
That's the only nomination, The Color Purple. God.
Really? Really?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it is. That's going to make a lot of people mad.
Man, it should have been in best movies, or a couple other actors and actresses should have been put in for something else. I mean, if they were going to snub it, they should have just completely snubbed it, but wow. You would think.
Best director, pretty much the same category.
Okay.
Four Things, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Anatomy of the Fall. Now, then they get to the animated film,
Uh-oh.
or animated feature film category. I don't think there were really any good animated films. Maybe just Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yep, you saw that one. Yeah.
If that one doesn't win, yeah, if that one doesn't win, I'm going to be mad. Because that one got a nomination. That movie was not good.
Okay.
It just wasn't. But it's going up against these no names I've never heard of. Robot Dreams, Pneumonia, and The Boy and the Heron. I was like, what are these?
Yeah.
Best adapted screenplay. We get Barbie. Now, that's what Greta Gerwig does. Get a nomination because she was a part of writing that screenplay.
Right.
So maybe she went for that, but they're going up against Oppenheimer and Barbie.
There you go. Oppenheimer, I think they're going to get most of the wins this year. I think they're the best actors and movie and all that's going to go to them. And I think Killer of the Flowery Moon is going to be the second one. So that's how I think it's going to end up being this year.
Another snub I call in my eyes is they only got one nomination. It looks like for visual effects. Two movies. Godzilla -1.
Yeah, okay.
And they're nominated for a couple more things. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Wow.
And Napoleon didn't really get many nods.
There you go. Yeah.
But
Forgot about that. Wow. They kind of
they also have Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning here, Part 1. Oh, that's what we were going to talk about last week.
Oh, yeah.
How it's going to be released to Paramount Plus.
Yep.
But they're dropping the Part 1 from the title. So if you have a copy of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, you might have a collector's item.
Uh-oh.
There's probably any DVD release after that is not going to have Part 1 in it anymore.
Oh, wow. Now that is unique. What does that tell you? They going to do not going to do another one, or just going to have a different name? What are we expecting? I mean, Tom Cruise has got to keep making his money.
They have to make the second one. It was only put off because of the writer's strike.
Right.
And the thinking is that they're not going to call it Part 2.
Okay.
They're going to call it something else. It's just like, just go with it. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Come this far.
Just another.
But then original score, we have Indiana Jones and the Dollar Destination. It's a big original one. It's pretty much recycled music from the old Indiana Jones. It's a movie that shouldn't have been made.
Yeah, it's not even.
It's got to go up against Killers of the Flower Moon and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, okay, it's not going to
I
get
don't
it.
think they're going to.
No. I already see Oppenheimer. In my opinion, I already seeing them taking most of the awards home this year. I already see that. Because some of these other ones have got periodically. I mean, Killer of the Flowery Moons has a little bit more than most of the rest of them, but when you're sitting here telling me, oh, Oppenheimer and every one of them, I kind of see them taking most of the awards home this year. If not,
Oppenheimer's they got a nomination in cinematography.
See there?
But they're going against Killers of the Flower Moon.
Well, one of them will get it. One of them will get it.
Costume design. You got Oppenheimer. Going against Killers of the Flower Moon. And Poor Thing. And Barbie.
Huh?
Barbie might
She might get that one, yeah. Yep, I agree with you. I think she might get that one, yeah. But yeah, that's
I go against Napoleon also.
Oh, it's in there. Well, that's pretty good too. But Barbie's probably gonna get it in the design. Yeah, that one. But you got to give them at least one or two. All of them's gonna get at least one or two nods because it's gonna be like every other award show. And winner is Oppenheimer, and so for this Oppenheimer. You know, it's probably gonna happen. So when is the big day for the Oscars?
It's March 12th.
Okay. That's a long time from now. But it's coming right around the corner.
March 10th.
Okay.
March 10th.
Okay. Well, maybe the Oscars.
There's one silly category of
Uh-oh.
I'll get this one. This is straight quick. Production design.
Okay.
Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, Poor Thing. What the production design?
Hey, they got to give them some.
These movies going against.
They got to give some of these lower end movies like Barbie and Napoleon. They got to give them some awards, Shane. So the problem is they make all kind of awards to put them against each other because we already know that Oppenheimer's going to dominate, and then Killer of the Flowery Moon is going to be second, and then Napoleon and Barbie are probably going to be in that third spot winning and everything, and then everybody else that was out did something. So yeah, I can tell by all these that you're reading that they're just coming up with all kind of awards. You know, the best cup of coffee on the set goes to.
Pretty much. They're trying to turn lemons into lemonade.
Yep.
Because it's just wasn't really a great school of movies that came out last year.
Right.
I'm gonna work with what we got. Random movies and nominations for this category and that category. It'll be interesting to see who walks away with what and all the. I'm just waiting on the Monday afterwards to hear all the people crying about. This you don't want that. You don't want that.
It's like, but Barbie won. But Barbie won best cup of coffee. Come on, guys. She got an award. It was the best cup of coffee on the set. Don't worry that Oppenheimer got the best movie. Oh, man.
I know Oppenheimer. It doesn't best picture.
Yeah, I think it will. From what I'm hearing and what we're talking about and noticing the way the Oscars once were and the way they were, anytime you hear this many movies coming out and one is in just about every single category, that one usually wins all the awards. And or most all the awards. So I kind of feel like it will. Well, Shane, tell everybody how to follow you, all that good stuff, what's going on with you, and all of that great stuff.
We're 626 on YouTube. The video for Leave the World Behind has been put on hold for a while.
Okay.
I had to do a hard reset on my computer. Something happened. And I lost like 70% of the video.
Oh.
I'm not too happy.
I know. You probably had some words coming out.
Record a lot of stuff.
Believe me, I understand, man. Believe me, I understand. There was probably words coming out of your mouth that you didn't want your mama to hear.
I don't know. I'm just gonna take a chance that maybe make it shorter, maybe I can speed run through it, but still get all the detail and information in it.
Right.
We'll see what happens. I'll work on that today.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, guys, follow Shane and everything. We'll have him back again next week. We're going to let him out on good behavior. He'll be back next week to talk more movies. Hopefully, we'll have something new coming out this weekend we can talk about because it's going into February. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We'll close out after this. All right, brother. That was good as always. As always, good. All right, my friend. I'm going to let you get back to dog sitting because he's probably still watching you.
Yeah, he's just sitting there staring at me.
Like, you done yet? You done yet? Come back in here and talk to me. Come back here and play with me. All right, brother. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, well, that's it.
All right, man. Bye.
50 employees will be laid off, and its CEO, Colin Engel, is stepping down. Amazon Prime Video is starting to air commercials on the streaming service.
Amazon Prime's airing commercials? No.
$1.99 a month for the ad-free option. Started to see limited advertisements Monday. The company said in September the extra charge will allow them to continue investing in compelling content. A former IRS
Compelling content.
The tax records of Donald Trump and others was sentenced on Monday to prison time. Liz Warner has the story.
Charles Littlejohn sentenced to 5 years in prison after pleading guilty in October to one count of unauthorized disclosure of tax returns. Investigators say he leaked the tax records of the former president and other wealthy individuals like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos to media organizations, including the New York Times. Judge Anna Reyes called it the biggest heist in IRS history and added that targeting the sitting president of the United States was an attack on our constitutional democracy. Before sentencing, Littlejohn said he'd acted out of a sincere but misguided belief that he was serving the public.
And Wall Street closed on Monday with stocks higher. This comes as the Federal Reserve kicks off its two-day meeting today. At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 224 points to 38,333. The S&P 500 gained 33.
You're walking, shopping, or on your favorite trail. You get that feeling.
All right, here we go. Whoa, gentlemen, we'll hear you Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on the network. All right. We get ready to get out of here in just a few. Coming up at the top of the hour, it's last hour broadcast, sponsored by Newnan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the Metro Atlanta area of Newnan. That is correct. Newnan City Church bringing you Deborah Harris and last hour broadcast. We'll follow that up with Connecting Hearts Radio Network with the one, the only, Margie Conway. That's all coming up for you this morning. 12 to 5 p.m., the best sports lineup in the business. 12 to 2, Rod Peterson Show. Rod, Moose, and crew talk NFL, CFL, and NHL. Also, great guest. And Rod's going to be a guest on the Sports Beat today from 2 to 3 p.m. with Richard Holdridge. 3 to 5 p.m. is Braves Country Radio with Matt McGee and them armchair quarterbacks bringing you more countdown to the top best football, the top best football, college football rivalries. That's what he's bringing for to you. There you go. I got it right. And then 5 to 7 or 5 to 6 will be the Rick Smith Show. We got the best programming through the evening as well. All right. You have a great rest of your day. You're leaving? Go ahead and go. Coming up in February, events at Leaf and Bean. They got speed dating Saturday, February 3rd, 7 to 9 p.m. $20 entry includes one drink. Speed dating. Meet the love of your life and have a great drink at Leaf and Bean. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow morning on the show, it's Weird Wednesday. We got more details in the life and crimes of Vince and Kennedy McMahon. We're going to be more details into that. We told you what the Bella Twins said today. More details are going to keep coming out. Plus, we'll review a little bit of Raw, preview Dynamite, and get ready for another weekend, going into February. And it's the last day of January tomorrow, too. So we'll have our top headline news, Israel at war, other news sources, what's going on in the world. Princess Kate is out of the hospital. So is King Charles III. We'll tell you what happened with them. Get you some more sports lineup stuff and everything you need to know. It's coming up for you tomorrow morning on the Weird Wednesday edition. And we'll get you some odd news. Get ready for that. And it is our last Wednesday of the month, so we'll get you some odd news, some strange news, unexpected news for you. Some what? One thing we're going to talk about tomorrow, yes, Amelia Earhart. Her plane could have been found. Have you heard about this? We'll talk about it tomorrow. That the plane, when she went flying around the world, so they couldn't find her. They found a South Carolina underwater exploration crew used a camera to find what could be remains of Amelia Earhart's plane. Morning on the show as well. And if you got questions, pop them in the feed there. We appreciate everybody tuning in today. And it went from 74 views in the first 10 minutes to hopefully 100, 200, 300 views total for the whole morning. Better be, because I'll be mad that I had to start over. You know, this stuff helps out in the long run. If you want to support the show, go to our Cash App at Cash App $RyanShelander. That's Cash App $RyanShelander. RyanShelander is the number. Is the Cash App. You can send a little bit. Doesn't matter what it is. If I made you laugh, made you entertain you, or whatever, support the show. Keep the show rolling. We're also on WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key. If you know someone who wants to do some sponsorship of the show, let us know, or have their own show. 770-347-9947. Now it's time for me to get ready to get out of here. Cher's already gone. Till we meet again tomorrow on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. This is Ryan O'Neal saying peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. You guys take care of one another, be good to one another, and we'll see you tomorrow on another edition of RyanORadio Penitentiary on all our media feeds and WQEE 99.1 FM. You guys have a great day.